Few words with Mr. Javad Zarif. Dear Mr. Zarif, I watched your recent broadcast message where you addressed Jews of Iran and indeed Jews of the world. So I respond to you as someone, as a Jew who was born in Iran, who is proud of both my Iranian as well as my Jewish heritage. When I speak about Iran, I'm speaking about a country whose people have experienced the most repressive and brutal and indeed anti-Iranian regime and political ideology for the past 45 years. A country whose foundation as a nation was laid out by the first declarant of human rights in the world, Cyrus the Great. And you conveniently and indeed intentionally ignored to mention his name in your speech. A country that my people, Jews, have resided in for over 2,700 years and have contributed and been part of its history, its literature, and its culture. We have been part of its advancements, and we have been witness to its ups and downs and its tragedies. Yes, I also respond to you as a Jew, as a member of a people who have contributed to the world monotheism and the highest standard of ethical teachings. A people whose history and destiny seem to be intertwined with that of Iranian people more than ever. Mr. Zarif, let me remind you that you are known to the Iranian people as the grand liar, Malikesh A'zam, the one who covers up the crimes of the Islamic regime to the free world. To many useful idiots in the West, you are the well-spoken, Western-educated, and pragmatist politician, unlike the typical rough and tough and unreasonable revolutionaries. You, by twisting the facts and reality, have been able to convince the naive in the West to feel like, oh, we can make a deal with this regime. But Mr. Zarif, sorry, it's time for you to wake up and smell the roses. And as the saying goes, you can fool some people some of the time, but you cannot fool all the people all of the time. You ask the Jews of Iran to step forward and play a role in preventing war and bloodshed. Mr. Zarif, let me remind you, it is your regime, that the one that you represent, who is the instigator of intolerance, hatred, and bloodshed. It is the Islamic Republic that even before its inception cultivated the hatred of Jews and Israel by its founder. Have you conveniently forgotten that? Who is the one who said, same as the Battle of Khaybar, Zionists have to be killed? Don't scratch your head. It was your Imam Khomeini. Who was the one who made destruction of Israel as the foundation of its regional and worldwide foreign policy? Who has spent and given away billions of Iranian people's wealth to terror groups, to murder Jews under the slogan of freedom for the Palestinians and the Lebanese people. Billions that could have been used for the advancement of Iran, assisting the poor children, building schools, building hospitals, and building infrastructure. Mr. Zarif, you speak to Iranian Jews. Have you asked yourself, why has the population of Iranian Jews dwindled to 90? Why has it dwindled to 5% of what it was before the revolution? Why has 95% of them left? Where did they go? Do you know why they left Iran? Why they left it while they loved it? And any fair person in the world does not have any doubt of the love and respect and the relationship of Iranian Jews with Iran. Hear this from me, an Iranian Jew. There are about 250 to 300,000 Iranian Israelis. There are about 75,000 or more Iranian American Jews. Do you know why they left Iran? Because unlike your lies, my people well knew and have experienced what an Islamic regime means. Our parents and grandparents and previous generations well knew that an intolerant and anti-Jewish Islamic regime means. Mr. Zarif, don't fool yourself. Don't fool us. You are no friend of Iranian Jews and Jews of the world. Stop playing this game. We do not want to be second-class or third-class citizens in Iran. We well know, and if you don't know, let me remind you, we know what is the meaning of Ahl Zemmeh, dimitude. We do not want to be under the flag and mercy of Islamists. After all, it was you who jokingly in 2020 used the derogatory word Juhud when you were talking about Jews, and you laughed about it. You don't forget that. Mr. Zarif, life is too short. It is best to be truthful and honest. Just looking at the camera with a serious face is not enough. We do not want to be your pawns of propaganda, and surely we do not want to be your regime's hostages. We know very well when you say we distinguish between Jews, Judaism, and Zionism. We know very well that for your regime, when a Jew is murdered by terrorists, it was but a Zionist. But the Jew who bows down to you and your regime and is fooled by your propaganda, yes, that's a true Jew for you. It is your Islamic Republic and its proxies, Hamas, Hezbollah, Hashd al-Shabi, and Houthis, who are thirsty for Jewish blood. It is not the other way around. It is your regime who planned and supported the October 7th massacre and the attack by Hezbollah. And now that the plans of your regime are falling apart, you are talking about dignity and humanity and stopping massacres. Mr. Zarif, end is near. Get ready.